is a world record swim. I'm trying to think of the time. Sorry. I think it was 49:28 was my swim here. And I'm going to let it play out, and then I'll rip it to bits. I'll absolutely shred it for everything I've done wrong, everything I could have done better. And then I think, all in all, the things I did right in this race. So super stacked field. This was a really, really fun race. This is my first time actually getting into swimming the IMs here. This is my first set of series swimming the IM. So I had 6 weeks to figure out how to learn to swim this race, and I thought I did a good job of figuring it out along the way. So let's get this going. I'm gonna let it play out. I'm not gonna say too much while it's going here. But yeah, Marcin. So Marcin next to me, my teammate on the Condors, actually went to UF as well. So I didn't train with him, but it was kind of nice being able to go 1-2 in this event with him. Training under Troy. My stupid haircut right here. Yeah, so me and Marcin are both Gators here. Kind of lit it up, kind of lit this heat up. So best time 49:88. That's why I went in the semifinal. And I think it was 49:28 here. So I'll try to let it play through without commenting too much so you guys can actually see the whole race. I got Jimmy next to me as well.
He's already added 50.5 points to Callie's total. How many more will come here in this 100 IM? And again, I'm surprised they didn't put Manadoo in here. Manadoo comes in as one of the fastest in history. He did swim the 100 freestyle, saving him for the mixed relay. 22.4, 3/10 of a second ahead of his own.
Rowdy's the best. 22.4.
Look at that breaststroke birdie. Boy, is he surging now. We're going to have to check out the checkbox.
Boy, is he surging.
49.88. Dressel trying to jackpot the field. He's going to do it again. Oh, my goodness. A new world record for Dressel. A jackpot pulled in by the Condors.
All right. So, yeah, this was a really, really fun race. I don't know what I started the whole ISL series at. I don't know what my first time was. I want to say it was somewhere around maybe 51. I think 51.8 was my first swim. And then 6 weeks, had to figure it out too. I mean, of course, I got a little bit of rest in there, but 51 down to 49 low. So I think it was 51.8 down to 49 low. And every time I feel like I learned something new in this race. It was so fast paced the whole time, going from one stroke to the next, and you're essentially you are sprinting every single stroke. So super fast paced, there's no room for error, and especially every turn is different, except fly to back. I mean, the breasts are free, you don't get to go on your back there. So every part of this race, there was really no pattern to it. There was a rhythm, but there was no pattern that you could reciprocate and replicate. It was always changing, and there's always things I was looking for to improve upon. So even in the semifinal, this race did not feel anything special. It felt kind of bad. I want to say it was my second or third swim of this day. I had the 100 fly earlier. I think it was on the first day. I had the 100 fly earlier, so it's not like I was fresh or anything. It's not like I felt super great, but I knew I could execute, and I knew what I needed to do to execute in this race. So that's what I thought I did a good job of in this race in particular. So I'm going to fast forward. Let's get the thing going, and then let's absolutely shred it to bits. Look at this punk. Okay, here we go. So a couple things I remember from this race was I know I was 6 strokes going out. Let me go ahead and pause this. I know I was 6 strokes going out in the fly, and I knew every race before that I had been 5. So I remember talking with Marcin because I was super long on every single fly to back wall that I did. So I remember talking to Marcin, asking him kind of what he was doing, because Marcin was hitting that wall perfect every single time. I think Marcin was 6 strokes, so I needed to add it. I knew that I needed to add a stroke. So this is the first time I added my 6th stroke on this race, and I thought I hit the wall perfectly. So I said, screw it. I'm treating it like a 50 fly. I'm sprinting. I'm doing 50 fly stroke going out on this race. So I was treating it like a 100 fly because I was only going out in 5 strokes. So I added the stroke. I said, no matter what, I'm hitting this wall in 6 strokes. And I thought I hit the wall perfectly. And I set myself up for a good rest of the race, carrying that momentum from the start in the fly, which pretty sure my start was terrible in this race. Let's see. Yep, terrible, atrocious. Yeah, watch this. You see, look how much splash is coming off my leg. This doesn't even look like one of my starts. This is actually probably one of the worst starts I've seen in competition. Like I said, I didn't feel anything special in this race. I mean, I just come off. I want to say I swam 2 events. I don't know. I'm not trying to sound like a baby right here, but your boy wasn't fresh. I certainly felt the events before. But look at how much splash. I'm up in lane 3. Look how much splash is coming off my feet right there. So it wasn't a great start. There's something right there I know I can improve upon. I thought I nailed the breakout pretty well on the fly. So look, let's see if I'm 6 strokes right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's about as good as you can ask for coming into a fly to back transition. So I'm what? About a foot off the wall. Certainly couldn't have taken another stroke. But I don't know how or why I was hitting 5 the previous matches. So stupid. So dumb. But I fixed it. That's the point. That's the whole point. I fixed it when it mattered. And then I set myself up for success here. Should be 8 kicks right here if I remember correctly. I think I was always 8 kicks on the backstroke. I knew I was strong underwater, and I knew that was going to be something I could supplement into the race because my backstroke's not that good. So all I wanted to do on this backstroke leg was rip on these and then go to tempo. So it's funny because Marcin swims it super similar to me. We're not super strong breaststrokers, but we can get by. We're good flyers, good freestylers. So if you watch, he stays underwater in the backstroke as well. So it's really nice having someone in this race who swam a really similar race to me in regards to the technical stuff. So like having someone really strong go out with me in the fly, someone to stay underwater on the backstroke with me. So if you watch, we mimic each other a little bit here. And I don't think I pulled away from Marcin that much in the backstroke at all. I really think the only time I like nipped him or outsplit him was probably the breaststroke and maybe the freestyle, but I don't think fly or back I really didn't run away from Marcin here. All right, so there's my 6-1. Boom, I nailed that turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, super slow breakout. Did you see that? That was terrible. That was terrible. I popped straight up. I did not. So yeah, I'm pretty infamous for having terrible not being that good at backstroke, but my backstroke breakout was just atrocious. See how long of a pause there was right there? And then I went to tempo. I thought I did such a good job of ripping tempo. I remember one of my teammates, it was Tom Peribonio, was telling me, he's like, you need more tempo in your backstroke. So I was accumulating all this information from my very first swim 6 weeks prior and trying to bring it into this race right here. So just constantly learning, constantly taking notes from week 1 all the way into week 6, and then even semifinals. I went pretty fast in semifinals, but I knew there was tons of room for improvement, and I still wasn't super happy with the swim. Still wasn't super happy with this swim, as you can tell. I can still rip at the bits here. Boom, boom. I thought I hit this wall good. Yeah, I thought I hit that good. Boom. People got mad. They thought I took too many dolphin kicks right here. I'm not a cheater, guys. It's my legs getting back into streamline. My first kick, boom. 1 kick, legs getting back into streamline. Everyone else's legs do the same thing. It's not a kick. Bunch of babies. Don't call me out for cheating. I'm not a cheater. Here we go. Boom. I thought I nailed that first kick. I knew this pull-out was super important. So like I said, I'm not a super strong breaststroker, but I knew I had to maximize this pull-out best that I can. And I did actually. Pull-out was good. I did not nail the breakout right here. So watch how long I am on the breakout. I should have been swimming 10 seconds ago. And so the breaststroke leg, this I think is the best my breaststroke has ever looked. Everything moving forward, the head's leading throughout the whole stroke. This is the happiest I've been with my breaststroke probably in my career as a swimmer. It was on this lap right here and the entirety of ISL in general. I was constantly trying new things. I was asking Lily a lot of questions on stuff to do with breaststroke just so I can try and get this leg down as best that I could. But I thought I did a good job with this breaststroke leg. Everything moving forward, I didn't think I was bobbing up and down too much. And I thought I faked it pretty good, looking like a breaststroker here. Oh, and I remember talking about. Sorry, I'm pausing it so much, guys. I guess that's the whole point of these videos. So I remember talking with Tom, same guy who told me you gotta up the tempo in the backstroke. I remember telling him I think I should be 8 strokes on breaststroke, and he goes, no, it's not your tempo in breaststroke. It's just you gotta get the most effective, most efficient stroke you can, and not rip tempos for backstroke. Breaststroke, you shouldn't be ripping tempo. Now, I still did have a really high tempo on this, but I believe I was 7 strokes. Let's see. Let's double check my math. This is a couple months ago when this meet was, so let's see how good I remember. Should have been 7. Boop. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Yeah. So 7 strokes. I thought about going to 8. I could have hit 8 if I wanted, but I think it would have been overkill doing that much tempo. Really happy with my freestyle here as well. So the IM's interesting because this part's really bad heading into the wall. Just way too much tempo. I started spinning real bad right here. Happy with this freestyle until I put my head down. I got a real shaky at the end though. So I thought my freestyle on this leg, the IM's interesting. So your body's tired, but not one specific stroke gets tired. So like at the end of a 2 free, your body gets tired and your freestyle gets tired. But the IM, your body's tired, but you haven't done freestyle yet. So I thought this was the best my freestyles looked swimming tired. And I think that has something to do with because I wasn't swimming freestyle for the first 75 of this race. So I thought I held together my stroke really well because not one specific stroke was fatigued. So was really happy with this race. Really happy with the freestyle. I thought the biggest legs I had that I was happy with was the backstroke and the breaststroke, to be honest. I thought I executed all of them really well, but if I had to pick 2, if I had to pick one, I'm going with the breaststroke. I think I fell off the lane line actually here with this celebration, which is kind of funny. But super fun race. I really like swimming the IM. It's something new for me. It keeps it fresh, keeps it fun. I get to swim all the strokes, which is something I'm pretty adamant on in practice. I feel like you can learn something from each and every stroke. So it was fun to be able to gather information the whole 6 weeks being in Budapest, asking my teammates questions, Marcin, Tom giving me feedback, Lily giving me feedback. Molly Hannes was another one. I was asking her questions on breaststroke and just trying to piece together what puzzle pieces I had for this race and put it together at the end of 6 weeks. So this race was super fun. Really fun going next to Marcin. I wanted to jackpot Marcin, but he didn't let me. He didn't quite let me. So super fun race, guys. Let me know what other races you guys want to see. If there's anything in particular, just comment or I don't know, figure out how to let me know so we can see what everyone wants to, or I can review what everybody wants.